Hello, my name is rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, and we're at episode 152. 152. I can't. You know what I need? I need some kind of music after I say the episode. Some kind of applause or something. I'm going to put that in there. Not now, but I'm going to do that for sure. It just feels like there's something missing. Do you think I should have some background music while I talk? Or is it okay for you guys to just hear me talk? Should I have a little bit of wind chimes or something? I don't know. Let me know. Instagram me. Send me an Instagram and let me know what you think. Background music or no background music? Well, anyway, I wanted to catch you up on a couple things before I start this Thursday love talk and let you know that I am almost finished with my Buy Me Coffee website. I realized last time that we spoke, I didn't know what to give as a gift for people who sponsor or who contribute to my podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording myself and actually videotaping myself at the same time. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but I have a webcam. I guess that would work. I guess. So you get to see me. Now, I might not look great sometimes because you get a surprise. It's like a surprise row video. It could be, is she up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Is that what she looks like really? At 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm going to have to doll myself up and look gorgeous for you guys. That's one of the things that I'm going to give for certain tiers of the membership. And then another thing will be merch, which is short for merchandise. I don't know why people shorten words now. People are so lazy that you can't even say a full word. Really? Collab. Let's collab. Do you know how many times I've gotten emails from people, love your podcast, let's collab? So this is not a surprise or an insult, but it's just funny to me how lazy we've gotten that we can't even say a full word anymore. Let's collab. Let's go sell some merch. All right, it's merchandise. Okay, guys, it's merchandise. Just say the whole damn word. Stop being so lazy. The merchandise is probably going to be t-shirts, and I'm trying to design, not right now, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of a design to make because it's going to be a podcast design with my podcast name on it. So I have a couple of ideas that I'm playing with right now, so we'll see how that works. I'm reaching out to you listeners to go into my Instagram account, rosanamod. Don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Just send me an Instagram and tell me what kind of exchange you'd like. Like if you do support the channel and if you do contribute to the channel, people have different tiers. Some people have $5 a month. Some people have $10 a month. That's basically what I'm going to look for. So let's just say you give $5 a month, right? What kind of gift would you like? Like what kind of ideas do you think I should put out there to give people? Besides what I just mentioned, I want to make this kind of like a more personalized experience for you guys. I don't want this to be just your normal everyday podcast where I just talk about stuff. I'd like to bring you in, and why not? There's nothing wrong with that. I feel very comfortable in doing this. So some of my friends don't think that's a good idea. They're like, well, why you want everybody to know your life? And I'm like, no, that's not true. It's not that I want everybody to know my life. I don't. I leave things out. It's not like I tell you everything, every detail, but I just feel that when I listen to podcasters talk about stuff, whatever it is, I like it when they tell me why they were out for one day. You know, I like it that they say, oh, my dog got sick, and I'm like, whatever. It's kind of like I feel more connected to that person because they're letting me in. And I don't get that a lot from relationships, which is what I wanted to talk to you about today. That was my segue into the show. Why is it that in some relationships, men don't include me in their lives, don't introduce me to their friends, that kind of thing? I mean, I'm not sure why that is. Well, I know why one of them did it, but when you are in a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a married relationship, it could be a dating experience. How long do you think it takes for you to introduce, or how long do you normally take to introduce your partner to your friends? Do you introduce them right away? Do you go on a first date with them and already plan for your friends to be there? Or do you wait a couple weeks or a couple months and then find, okay, it's getting serious and now you can introduce you to your friends? And do these friends include your work buddies? Do you introduce them to do you separate your personal friends from your work friends, or curious about that? Not even your family, because that's a little bit deeper. I think that when you're more serious about somebody, that's when you introduce them to your family, and here's my sister, here's my brother, my parents, whatever. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I'm curious because for me, I lost out on that in a lot of my relationships. I never really had that boyfriend that said, hey, let's go out over here, and then his friends are there, and then he introduces me to their friends. It's not like I didn't feel like they were hiding me. I felt like I was being hidden. Does that make sense? I don't think that they were doing it on purpose. I just think that they got so involved with me that they didn't want to be around their friends. Does that make sense? So they kind of like would take me out all the time, and we were always together. These are real serious relationships. I have very little short-term relationships in my life. In all of those people, I've never really had one. I had one guy, I think I was dating for 5 years, that introduced me to his roommate, to his friends. After a while, after something like that happens, you start falling into this routine. I shouldn't say routine, but it starts knocking down your self-confidence a little bit, your self-esteem. You start wondering, am I not good enough to be shown? Am I not good enough to be introduced to your friends? I mean, if that's the reason. I'm here to tell you that I think it's very important that you do that. I think that if you really care about your partner, and you should include them in your life, you should introduce them to things that are happening in your life and be more open about involving them with things that are going on with you. Because when you don't, there is a danger where resentment starts building, because you are going to wonder, why am I not being introduced? What's going on in your life? Are you hiding something? First of all, you might want to ask, am I not good enough? Then you're going to ask, are his friends not good enough? Now, his friends are a big deal, because how long has he known his friends? Are these people that have known him since his childhood? Are these people that are just his work buddies? Are these people that are friends of his ex, maybe? So does he still have a connection with his ex? Why is he associating with these people that are not so great if he's so great? Guilt by association means something. It means you bear responsibility for the people in your life. You bear responsibility for these people that you're associating with. If they're losers, people that don't care, not very good individuals, why would this great guy that you met or this great girl that you met have these loser friends? Yes, the friends have a lot to do with the relationship that you have. For example, if you are not a drinker, but then your partner is not a drinker, but all of his friends are like drinkers, like heavy drinkers, why is he hanging out with these people? That means he might drink, or not necessarily, but it shows a part of a character that you have to be aware of. Why is he doing that? Question is why? Why is she doing that? She has all these friends who are, sluts. I'm just saying, for the lack of another example. But she's a good girl. Is she? Why are all her friends sluts? I'm just saying. I mean, it makes sense to me. So yes, I'm a bit of an analytical thinker. Some people call me picky, but I don't think I'm picky. And I like to push the boundaries of how I judge someone, because I do. And I don't mean to do that in a negative way. I just think that it's important, because this is your life. You don't want to meet the perfect guy or the perfect girl, and then they have really crappy friends who are going to maybe destroy something in your life. Maybe there'll be bad influences on your children. You don't know. Maybe they will have some kind of bearing in the relationship, pull some kind of weight as far as decision making. Maybe the guy that you met or the woman that you met is passive, and she's got these friends who talk her into things that she doesn't normally do, but because they're friends, they might sway her decision into something that might not be good for you, you see? Or even worse case scenario, maybe these are people that are, somehow involved in illegal activities, and you don't know that, and maybe they get him involved or her involved, and you end up at the wrong place at the wrong time because of the association. So yes, the associating with friends is a big deal. Maybe he's still friends with all his ex-girlfriends, or maybe she's still friends with all her ex-boyfriends. Some people do have friends with ex-boyfriends, and that doesn't mean that there's anything going on. So that might be, something still to talk about, though. You need to put your partner in first place, not second or third or fourth. And if you don't do that, what's going to happen is they're going to feel resentful. They're going to feel left out, which is going to open the doors for temptation. It's going to open the door to them seeking refuge with someone else. Believe it or not, it's going to damage the relationship. So if you have a lot of friends and you have a partner that you care about, then make sure that you make room for them in your life, introduce them to your life, and keep them a part of what it is that you experience, so that you can grow together, not just you growing and them growing away from you and resenting you and stop loving you. I have spoken. I don't charge for my future readings. Oh my God. I will let you go, and that was today's show. I'll have some more heavy duty stuff next week where I'm going to discuss how to look for an attorney and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, tune in. And that's it. Talk soon. In with the outro. Thank you for stopping in. I always appreciate your time, and I hope you gained something positive from today's episode. If you did, then share it. And please show your love in the links below. You will be helping me help you. If you want to contact me, I know you'll find a way, because my avatar audience is a genius, like the host. So talk to you soon. God bless you. And what do we say? Ciao.